Something about the natural beauty of South Africa. There's no one descriptor, one word for it. It feels like you're switching between different continents in one space. Because you can see the different cultural traditions that have sprung up from having such a geographically diverse space, all in one nation, one country.
300 million years ago, Table Mountain didn't even exist. What we see today was once at sea level until continents tore apart and collided, shaping one of South Africa's most iconic natural landmarks.
We're here to explore Cape Town and Mpumalanga, two cities where culture, history, and wild beauty all collide.
From the stories of its people to the wildlife preserved in its landscapes, Cape Town is a city you can't just see, you gotta experience.
And trust me, you don't want to miss the wine, especially at Cape Town's first Black-owned winery.
And you definitely don't want to miss the parties. Were you expecting all this in Cape Town?
I was not expecting all this in Cape Town.
This is South Africa Uncorked, Soul, Sea, and Safari.
I'm Kolyn, a storyteller drawn to the past and to the cultures that connect us. I've always believed that to know where we're going, we must first understand where we've been. And there's no place like South Africa to begin their journey.
When I started doing this, I got infected. I got bit by the bug in storytelling. And also, I started making money.
That's a good one.
That's the one.
And I'm Lindsey. I chase stories and sometimes the thrill that comes with them. 1 minute, I'm free falling from 10,000 feet in the air. The next, I'm 1,500 feet underground. I live for the moments that bring us closer. In this place, it got sparkle in more ways than one.
As we travel the world, we're chasing more than stories. We're chasing connections. Each culture, each journey, reminds us we're all part of something bigger.
And what makes this all more meaningful is sharing that journey with our daughter, Kinsley, discovering a country's past, present, and future together as a family.
Because to understand where we are, we have to know where we began. And only then we can see where we're going.
This is World of Travel.
Start our journey in Mpumalanga, a location which in Zulu means the place where the sun rises. It's one of the most beautiful provinces in South Africa.
It's also the place where the wild was calling our names. So we did what Kinsley wanted to do most. We hit the safari.
Had a lot of
Feel good. I'm ready to see the animals.
Yeah, you'll see leopards.
Fresh air, mountain
Even
views.
if you have tied that leopard, it might happen that they have tied off that rope.
When I was a
Let's say
young
it's-
warthog.
Maybe.
So he told us that we all need to stay in the vehicle so we can look like a big object all together. Don't have your hands flailing around. But I'm just trying to understand what homeboys do at the front. Because he's not in the vehicle, so he's looking like a singular person. So like, is he the bait or like, what's the plan?
Each and every year, you're going to have plus minus higher rate. Mosquito very high, going to hippo, going to buffaloes, moving towards the snakes. All of these guys, they're going to be dangerous.
Wait a minute. You just combed over the snakes. What type of snakes are there?
Types of snakes. So you're going to have different types. You're going to have your black mamba, which is very venomous snake.
I think we go this way.
There's nothing like taking in the beauty of Kruger National Park. Every view feels like a front row seat to nature's natural masterpiece.
And with our experienced guide leading the way, every rustle in the grass, every bird overhead becomes a part of our story.
What does it mean when the hippos are doing a vibrating noise? What does that mean?
That one is like a warning sign. Yeah, that is a warning sign, guys. But there is that like air, because they hold the breath when they're under the water, then they can hold it for 4 to 5 minutes, and when they pop out, then they have to breathe. Yeah. The same like wedge. You can see the wedge.
Yeah, the blowhole.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Of course, the real highlight was watching Kinsley light up every time she spotted an animal, even a rock.
I got in the rock.
It's not a monster?
I did the rock.
It's not a lion?
And that's the rock.
Okay.
After a day out in the wild, nothing beats the smell of fire, the sound of the bush at night, and eating like a king under the stars.
This bush braai by the Mduli Dam was more than dinner. It was a celebration. Our first night here in Mpumalanga, gathered around the fire, savoring flavors as unforgettable as the journey itself.
Toast the world of travel right now.
Yeah. So in case you're wondering who all these people are, that's several of our closest family and friends that took this trip with us to South Africa, courtesy of our amazing tour organized all by Travel Lead. If you're gonna do several stops in the country of South Africa, you've gotta move pretty quickly. So before we knew it, we were off to Cape Town.
Understanding the layered history of South Africa's coastal city, we sat down with Dr. Trishula Patel, Assistant Professor of African History at the University of Denver.
You know, there's always this idea that South Africa is only about safari, right? That's, you know, you go there to see wild animals. And yes, absolutely, they have some of the best national parks in the world and game reserves. Kruger National Park is one of them. But there's so much more to South Africa than that, right? I think a common misconception is that South Africa is underdeveloped, that it's not up to Western standards. There's always this common conception that if you're from the global South, your people are backward. And I think anyone who travels to South Africa can immediately see that's not true, right? The region is one of the most educated in the world. The culture that they produce is some of the most diverse and beautiful, and South Africa has beautiful cities and not just, you know, naturally beautiful landscapes as well.
It's true, Cape Town is one of the most global cities in the world. Its location, its history, it's overflowing with richness.
And we got a chance to experience it all from inside a luxury home that captured the spirit of Cape Town itself.
This home was part of the Bali and Eva luxury collection, led by the incredible Busi Shili.
But it wasn't just a place to stay. It was a space that made Cape Town accessible, immersive, and unforgettable.
Personally, I prefer to be in a villa or a home as opposed to a hotel. You know, hotels You find that you are limited in space. They don't offer you the space and the freedom, that a place like this offers you.
So Americans like us,
Yeah.
and other countries as well, some of them take up to let's say a 14-hour flight to get to South Africa.
Yeah.
And even though I understand myself that it's beautiful, how do you tell people to make sure South Africa is on their list? What are the reasons that they must come out of all the places in the world to visit?
I think what I like about South Africa is that, as I said, we've got 9 provinces, and each province offers unique experiences. I think there's a lot to offer, which is different. As I say, you've got your own choice. I don't believe that you can come to South Africa in one holiday and do everything. Every time you will discover something new and something exciting. And never mind the people. I have not even touched on the people. And I think, it's people almost have their own personality. It's one personality, the warmth of the people of South Africa. I think a lot of people have explained it as a concept of Ubuntu, which is the ethos, of South African people. That I am who I am because of the next person. The next person, we have to pour into each other.
Now, the real beauty of South Africa isn't just in these places you see. It's really in the kindness of the people who share them with you.
And what better way to experience that than with family? World of Travel teamed up with Travel Lead to bring our family and friends along for the journey.
And we filled the bus with about 30 people, and it was all made possible by Travel Lead's founder, Remy Veerpan.
You guys collect groups of people, anywhere from 10 to our group, which was 30.
Yeah.
And you bring them to different parts of Africa and show them why this should be a #1 destination.
Definitely.
So talk about this synergy and how, we came together and why it was important for you to not only be highlighted, but say, let our group join the show.
For me, I get very angry, upset, mainly because they look at Africa as the dark continent, as if Africa is got animals roaming on the streets and stuff like that. And I'm always trying to tell people, no, that's not true. Come to Johannesburg, you've got one of the most beautiful, South Africa, the most beautiful cities in the world. And we have so much, we're actually in some situations, we're even better than North America. Our hotels are fantastic. And so that's how it started, and I became very passionate about South Africa.
So what do you want to tell people who don't have South Africa on their list? Why do they need to come to South Africa?
Africa is so beautiful. There's so many wonders, that we have here in South Africa. We've got the Table Mountain. Here we are sitting right looking through the Table Mountain and thinking how beautiful it is. And I think Travel Lead will bringing you to make sure that you have a cultural experience, you have an idea of the political system, and also the beauty of the country, because you can go anywhere in South Africa and you see beauty.
Flat-topped and towering above the coast, it's more than a natural wonder. Table Mountain holds layers of history, ecological, cultural, and human.
So long before Europeans arrived, this was home to the Khoisan people, who gave the mountain its first name, the Mountain of the Sea.
We made it all the way to the top of Table Mountain, one of the wonders of nature. And let me tell you, the views of Cape Town from up here are unreal.
Sitting probably at a restaurant in Cape Town, surrounded by the ocean on one side and the mountains on the other. And to me, that is just, you have everything beautiful in one place, but you're also in this wonderful city. I think that is a moment I'd like to share with anyone who traveled with me.
So being up here is kind of like one of those tranquil, peaceful, relaxing moments. I'm reading this sign right here, and it says in 1998, Nelson Mandela gifted this mountain and the rest of the Cape Peninsula and called it the gift of the earth for tourists both in Africa and South Africa, but worldwide. And I think coming here, it almost feels kind of like our hotel, very tranquil, very calm, very relaxing.
Good call, Nelson. I mean, this definitely is a gift to Earth, a gift to all the people on Earth, and a sight to see.
World of Travel!
Remy really wanted us to understand not only the natural landmarks, but the cultural experience. So we trekked to a place called Lesedi Village in Lindsey, South Africa.
Okay, my good friends, how are you? I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Millicent, then I'll be your tour guide for today. Hope you're gonna enjoy and grab some info. Where we are, this is our first village, Zulu Village, all the way from KwaZulu-Natal. Up there, this is their security guard. He is the one who sees whenever the enemies are coming inside to attack the family. So to greet him, let's greet him by saying, Sawubona.
Sawubona.
Yebo. Yebo, yebo, he is welcoming us.
What amazed me is how Lesedi Village keeps its culture and art so alive. I mean, every detail feels like a living history lesson.
Let's just say one of us stepped out of our comfort zone and tried one of their delicacies, sun-dried caterpillars.
All right, trying the caterpillars. It's sun-dried, fresh caterpillars. Let's see. Actually, no, it smells a little like, but let's just go into it.
Crunchy.
It is crunchy.
Yet savory.
Salty. It's not bad, actually.
Now, beyond tasting the food, we got to feel the rhythm too, learning to play the drums, and even Kinsley felt a connection, and her little feet started doing the talking.
Dancing is deeply rooted in South African culture, functioning as a primary mode of daily expression, historical documentation, storytelling, and spiritual communication.
We all certainly felt connected and wanted to continue the night on at some of the most sought-after nightlife spots in South Africa, period. Souk and drama.
Were you expecting all this in Cape Town?
I was not expecting all this in Cape Town, but I will say South African clubs take the best of U.S. clubbing and have its own spin on it, which I appreciate it.
And also, people watching is fun.
People watching is A+. I almost choked to death laughing at the hype man.
Because the hype man is more hype than Funkmaster Flex.
It's the hype man and the DJ. I didn't know you needed two, but apparently that's the way you do it. I'll be the DJ, you can be the hype man.
So which one you like better, Africa or home?
Africa.
You like Africa better than your house? Girl.
That's crazy.
I guess the verdict's in. Kinsley said it best. Africa really is the place to be.
Kins always knows what's up. And there's no better place for our daughter to enjoy Cape Town than right here at the Silo Hotel, just steps away from Table Mountain.
We sat down with the general manager to understand what makes this hotel more than a place to stay, but a destination in itself. So I want to talk to you about where we are right now. A lot of times when I came to South Africa or was coming to South Africa and specifically said we're going to be in Cape Town, I mentioned the Silo Hotel and people's eyes lit up. And it was just like this hidden gem, like, how did you get a room there? What's the secret to keeping everybody dying to stay here?
Well, I think now that you're here, you realize it's such a beautiful, iconic building. It actually is 100 years old today, the whole building. We enjoy having kids around. And as I said, I think the secret is always keep the kids happy and the parents will be happy.
That's true. Because when my daughter came in, she went up the steps and she saw some toys and then a bubble bath and like little things that tailored the stay to her, a little robe that fit her. And so she felt like this was like a destination of the vacation.
Yeah.
You know, like for us, we were like, okay, Cape Town is the new destination we've never been to. For her, the room that was designated for her was the trip.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal.
It is a big deal because mom and dad expect to have a bottle of bubbly and maybe a bowl of fruit, but for the kids, you can change things up a bit.
The Silo Hotel isn't just steps away from the magic of Table Mountain. It's a landmark of creativity in Cape Town.
Each year, the hotel celebrates the city's talent by featuring exhibitions from local galleries.
It feels less like a hotel and more like walking into a living art museum where both established and emerging African artists are given a stage.
We got a chance to chat with the art expert here, the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Jacobs.
So this artwork in here is just so beautiful, but there are certain pieces that you really want to point out to us. The two are behind us right now.
Yes.
What do they mean? Because they're powerful upon looking at them.
Yes.
But I'm going to leave it to the pro. So tell me what they mean.
So the works or the portraits that you see behind us are by a young Nigerian photographer called Lesedi Ogunbanwu. And Lesedi Ogunbanwu's practice is, I would say, a conversation or marriage between studio photography as well as fashion photography. And these two works behind us that are portraits become quite interesting to engage with because, you know, as we may know, some of us, portraits are all about identity, they're all about the face. And here, upon looking at these two, we do see two subjects, and yet their faces have been sort of hidden from us. It's almost as if there's a negation to show us their identity. And I think this becomes quite powerful as we think through ideas of our relationship between ourselves and the world and how that conversation takes place. What do we get to share with the world and what do we get to keep?
Michael shared that the Silo Hotel is the home to the largest collection of contemporary art on the continent. That's no small feat. And by weaving it into the hotel itself, every stay becomes an invitation.
So, Michael, you said something amazing, that art is usually falls within the wheelhouse of three things. What are those things?
The conversation around identity. Again, if you think historically about the history of South Africa, but even just now, I think there's a reason why they call it the Rainbow Nation, because there are so many different cultures that have come together to kind of be within community with each other. I think the conversation about land also comes out in art. I mean, we've always seen photographs, paintings of landscapes throughout art, and then there's labor. I think there's labor. If you look at especially where we are right now, in a converted industrial building that played quite a significant role in the industrial revolution of the country. And
it's a layered conversation, and you guys never shy away from
it's lit. We never shy away. I think one of my favorite things to experience is to see the differences between, experiencing an artwork within a museum, experiencing an artwork within a gallery, and then what then happens when you are coming to a place of relaxation and of luxury and you have to go through the same process of experiencing an artwork. I think the conversations become more honest, they become more open. And I think if you look at the interiors and how they kind of disarm you to be able to have this conversation, I think it's a brilliant setting to be able to experience art from the continent.
Now, Africa is a vast continent, and even within South Africa, there are endless beauties to explore. Okay, traffic happens everywhere, but this time it was thanks to a bus full of manure tipping over. Now, thankfully, no one was hurt.
What was cool, though, was seeing the whole community jump in, literally grabbing buckets of,
Talk about literally letting a load off in a truly situation.
We visited the Three Rendezvous, an ancient geological wonder,
towering rock formations that mirror the shape of traditional beehive huts, standing as nature's own homage to culture and history.
We marveled at Mac Falls, twin waterfalls that weren't always divided. Once a single powerful stream, it was split apart when gold miners blasted the rock in search of the metal. So if y'all been following World of Travel for the last few years, you know that Kolyn is not a big fan of heights. So that's exactly why I brought him to Graskop Gorge Lift, where we're gonna take a lift all the way to the top of the mountain and then zip line down.
I'm not ziplining, but yeah.
Y'all already know Lindsey, my adrenaline junkie girl. If she can jump out of a plane, possibly risk her life, then ziplining is just a warm-up.
Now, while Kolyn does his thing and plays it safe on the sidelines, the Graskop Gorge Lift is part of the adventure park too. And trust me, the real rush isn't in the drop, it's the view. You gotta see this, it's stunning. So I said I wanted to zip line, and now I'm like looking at it, and I gotta like make sure. Because this is the thing, Kolyn always be like, somebody gotta take care of our child. So that's why he doesn't do this stuff. He just does stuff like diving with great whites, which is even more safe than this, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay. You gonna let this man-made thing take you across a 1,000-foot drop. Go ahead.
Okay, so Kolyn is absolutely not coming with me. Shamar, behind the camera, are you coming with me?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on that.
Antho, are you coming with me behind the camera?
I'm not gonna delete the footage if anything happens.
Let Kinsley know I love her. I'm tired of saying this on our show. I'm always saying, oh, Kinsley, I love you. Good luck.
There's way too many dead people in there.
Way too many people.
Why would we do stuff like this, man? It's scary. Y'all want to be off the side of a cliff like our ancestors didn't do this. We lost our way. Real talk.
I just want to be the man I was planning to be. Can mix up fantasy with destiny. I'm just trying to do what's best for me. I want to be free. That type of lifestyle's not for me. Put me on the top floor balcony to overlook the city, make a bow to me. We could test try the 400,000 piece. Want me to the throne down the aisles of Greece. And you could touch hearts if you only reach. Practice what you preach. Rules placed on this planet to learn and teach.
Okay, that was fun. I'm gonna be real. I don't think I'll be signing up for anything like this anytime again soon.
And as Lindsey finally understood why I stayed put, we traded adrenaline for comfort at the Graskop Hotel, where our friends and family had a great night before we continued on our scenic route.
Welcome to God's Window, where the cliffs drop a little over 3,000 feet. And the low veld opens up a view so breathtaking, it feels like looking out over creation itself.
We're at Cape of Good Hope, the southernmost tip of Africa, meaning there's endless ocean until you get to Antarctica. This is amazing. The air is fresh, there's seals, there's birds. Africa is just breathtaking.
It is the space where the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean meet. It's a space historically where the Dutch first landed. Vasco da Gama discovers it in 1486, and the Dutch arrived, and the British arrived. So yeah, it's this inroads for colonialism and what becomes the apartheid system. But then now it's also this point where these different cultural, diverse, cosmopolitan influences come together as well. Cape Town is probably one of the most global cities out there, and that's absolutely because of its, if we think about its location, which historically was important for trade, right? Before the Suez Canal existed, always traversable. You had to literally go around that point in South Africa to get from one side of the world to the other. You have places like Cape Town that are mountainous, almost Mediterranean in climate, right? That's why it becomes the hub for the South African wine industry.
Here in the heart of Franschhoek, we're standing in the first and only Black-owned winery in the valley, Klein Goederust, and that alone is worth raising a glass to.
Founded by Paul Segupna, the winery is more than just fine wine. It's a legacy, born from his mother's years of laboring on wine farms under apartheid, now transformed into a story of Black excellence and entrepreneurship.
Can you kind of tell us a little bit about your story?
Yeah, Klein Goederust is the first and only 100% Black-owned farm in the Franschhoek Valley. And for many years, Black people in this area have been labored and restricted to only being labored. We come from an era where intergenerational labor was what identified us. It's as far as you can go that you would have that if you are the child of a farm laborer, then you are going to be the next crop of labor, and your children and their children. And my mother, Noma Roma, said that it stops with her, that we need to change this narrative, that the only way also we can change this is through education. She was passionate about that.
Wow. So your mom, she told you to go to school, I guess to be, how did that start?
She believed that the work that she does, being a farm laborer, was never going to leave us with any wealth as inheritance, but that the education that she will give us would be our inheritance.
Wow. Can you tell me a little bit about the day your mom found out you were going to own a winery?
She was ecstatic. I actually told her only once I bought it. Wow. And I had the title deed, because the biggest barrier to Black people participating in this industry is access to land and access to capital. This farm was in the market for 8 years, but even though we had a cash offer, it took us a very long time until our offer was accepted. So I didn't want to raise her hopes, because from where she comes from, it was unthinkable that a Black person would own land in this valley.
So let's talk about that. You say it's unthinkable. From what we talked about earlier, you said it's not just unthinkable, it was illegal.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, during apartheid, there were laws that prohibited Black people from being in certain spaces, in certain towns. And this was one of those towns where Black people would not be able to own land.
Where do you see the wine industry going in the future, as far as more Black people being accepted, it being easier for people like us to own a grandiose plot of land like this?
When we acquired the farm and we were done with the restorations and renovations, my mother said we must take others along. We would like to see a lot more Black-owned farms. Black people are 80% of the population here, yet land ownership is less than 2% in the wine industry. Wow. So transformation is needed, and the more people we can take along, the better.
With the people of America coming here to spend money in a Black-owned space, let's talk about how that happened and what's been your experience with that.
Black America has been good to us, and something happened with the brutal murder of George Floyd. It reverberated throughout the world, and yes, those vibrations reached us here, because I think a consciousness came alive, where black people said that I want to consciously support black-owned businesses. Whether I travel in the US or in Africa, if it's black-owned, I want to give it that support that it might need. This is home. We want, in everything that we do, we want to demonstrate the existence of black excellence. That it shouldn't be the exception. Black excellence is the norm.
One thing I say, I want to tell you I'm proud of you. Not only for your empire here, I'm proud of the son you are. Because when I think, one thing that is my driving force to, climb the ladder in my career or climb the ladder of just being a great person, my North Star has always been my mom.
That's true.
And if I can't do it if my mom won't approve of it. And I know when your mom walked through this field, I could just imagine she got chills. I could just imagine how she felt. I could just imagine how proud she was of you. And I want to tell you, I'm proud of you too.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for being here. And what you're saying is true. She was my North Star. She was just an incredible woman. But most importantly, I think she was my conscience. Say that you need to do right. And you need to do right by others.
The flavors, the story, the legacy, it's that kind of experience that lingers far beyond the glass.
And we know this is only the beginning. In the future, black-owned vineyards like this won't be a rare gem. They'll be part of the new landscape of South Africa's wine industry.
Breathe in, breathe out. In that quiet pause between heartbeats, when calm settles over you, that's the exact feeling we felt at Future Found Sanctuary.
I am Emilio Johnson Zakaria. I work here at Future Found Sanctuary.
I joined my friend Tiffany for a sound journey here. And with each vibration echoing against the backdrop of this incredible landscape, it felt like the earth itself was breathing with us. My first word was infinite, but I was like, that's came to my mind when I relaxed to more fluid.
Yeah.
And so I think just like I allowed that moment to be fluid by picking a different word.
Oh, nice.
And just kind of want to work in the rest of my time in South Africa, feeling that way, and then beyond this trip.
Okay. I have to just say that fluid is an empowering word, because when you are fluid, it means you are going with the flow. You are catching opportunities as they come. You are moving with opportunities as they come. You are moving forward in relationships. You are moving forward with your travels, with your work. So fluid is it's a great state of mind to be in. So we call it sound medicine. So when you hear me playing these bowls and they make all sorts of sounds and gongs, you hear the sound and it washes over your body, which is why we call it a sound bath. This frequency washes over your body and it balances and it activates all your energy centers.
Restorative well-being experiences are the core of Future Found Sanctuary, the hotel where we concluded our trip. The ambiance gave us all a moment to reflect on the natural beauty of South Africa and prepared us to journey back to America with a newfound sense of calm.
From the bustling streets of Johannesburg, to the depths of the Kimberley Big Hole, to the wild hearts of Kruger, South Africa showed us its past, its present, and a glimpse into the future.
What do you hope for the future of South Africa? In your dream world, you talked about what the dream
place that traveling would hold in people's hearts. What's your dream for South Africa?
We're so proud of the Klein Golden Tourists because they are an example of how people can change and beat the system and also have hope that they can further their lives and better their lives. And I think Paul was a great example of that, and Rod, because they came out of that, and you think about it and you think, my gosh, you can. I feel sad to say goodbye to you guys. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. I don't know, am I going to see Soraya in college? Should I go say bye? As Boys to Men say, it's so hard to say goodbye. And this is just the beginning.
World of Travel is taking you across the globe, exploring new stories, new flavors, and new adventures, one country at a time.
So wherever the road takes us next, we'll be bringing you with us.
Because the world is too big, too beautiful, and too connected not to explore together.
So let's go.